It's me. I'm the one out here putting the work in behind the scenes trying to save crypto while these devils, Sam Bankman-Fried, Brian Armstrong, they're trying to permanently ruin it. This is not about money for me. I hope you guys understand this. I'm here fighting for you. You. It's me. This guy, with these freaking glasses on, this douchebag, is out here trying to tell you that only the suits know what to do. Only the suits. Only the people who have all the money. They're the ones who can determine what happens. No, our bill is for the people. And you're gonna find this out. I don't represent the people. The fuck I don't. The fuck I don't. I'm the one out here putting the work in behind the scenes trying to save crypto while these devils, they're trying to permanently ruin it.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.
Good evening. It is Monday, December 26th, 2022. Merry observed Christmas. We are your two favorite thought leaders and crypto influencers filling in for the great General Voltage. Chris, how are you doing tonight?
GM, Joe. GM,
yes, of course. GE. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what that is, GM is good morning, and that's what all the NFT shows write to each other on Twitter. That's all they do. So if you want to pick up a massive Twitter following, set your profile picture to the Bored Ape NFT and just write GM to all the women who shill NFTs. I'm not joking. It works.
It really does, Joe. It really does. Welcome,
How's everyone doing tonight? Chris, can you pin that call link? Oh, yeah.
Already
call
did,
link has
Joe.
been pinned.
Already had
So if you'd like to call in and talk, you can pick a subject to talk about, as well as if you want to interact with us in the comments, feel free to leave a comment. We try to display all of them on the screen. However, if you'd like to call in, you don't need a camera, just a microphone. Try to keep it semi-clean. Don't be too entirely vulgar, as well as, I don't know, it's your channel, Chris, so you can handle the moderation however you'd like to. I trust your judgment, although I think you've had a couple drinks tonight. It's going to be a fun stream. The Mining King, he likes my flannel. I'm glad. Thank you, bro. I still haven't gotten that haircut. But if I could do it, I do the nice comb over like Max as well.
I had a whole bunch of flannels for Christmas, but I'm wearing some thermal shirt. It's pretty nice. I spent the entire day recovering a website, and then via a backup.
I don't know if it's my connection or your connection that's screwing up.
Yeah, I think it might have been both. But I spent the entire day working on my website, and then I worked on my dad's computer. Hard drive failed. He was like, "It's giving me this error," and I turn on the computer and I hear I'm like, "Dude, that's the hard drive." They're not supposed to sound like that. So I got the SSD, got it all restored.
So
we're all solid.
Very nice. You're a great son. Now, can everyone hear us all right? If the audio is a little funky for whatever reason, just let us know.
Welcome, Mining King.
It doesn't seem good at gauging some of these issues. We got a lot of things to focus on in production with this show. Well, Stanky, Mining King, thanks for being here. If either you like to call in, the link is pinned in the comments. Mining King, I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, I think I just fixed it. I turned off my VPN.
You have a YouTube channel? I've seen you call in on other streams, but I haven't seen if you have a YouTube channel. I know Mining King has a YouTube channel. Tremendous instructional content. A lot of good stuff on crypto and crypto mining. Go give him a follow.
Not a lot of people tonight. Kind of a last minute stream. Joe, when did you get the mic, man?
I've always had this mic. I just
really?
wanted to prop it up just like Max.
Oh.
Where it's like in the videos and off to the slant. but his sound quality is actually a lot better than mine.
Just to show people
So
change
I
my whole
figure it's
setup
time
now.
for an adjustment.
I
Brent
changed my
Matthews,
microphone.
thanks for joining us. I'm wondering what FA stands for. I'm not entirely sure.
Let me Urban Dictionary that real quick. A fat admirer. A guy with a preference towards big girls, BBWs, and yes, they do exist in knowing FA is not the same as a feeder. Contrary to popular belief, fat admiration is not a fetish. It's no different to a preference for redheads or short girls. I think he's talking about fat admiration.
Wow. Well, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, I'm glad you could admire my curves, and I myself am a chubby chaser. Chris, you need to get yourself a network engineer. Your Wi-Fi is really killing us.
My connection is not doing well, is it?
Actually, you're going to lose me for a minute here. I want to turn off my VPN so it doesn't screw with my quality too much.
Yeah, I'm going to do a quick speed test here. Something seems off. I just disconnected my VPN so it wouldn't have any issues. 100 down is awful. It should be 500.
You did a speed test in the middle of the stream?
Of course, I'm doing it right now.
Excellent. All right, let's get some beats pumping in here.
Oh, this is way better. 72 upload. See, I'm supposed to have 500 down, 500 up, but right now I have 99 down and 75 up.
Oh, Crypto Padel, thanks for joining us. FA is effing awesome. Excellent. We appreciate the admiration.
You're back, Joe. Welcome back.
Thanks.
What is going on with my
Did you not hear anything what I just said?
I don't know what's going on. This stream is kind of messed up here.
I'm too fat for this shirt, guys. So what do you guys want to talk about tonight? Once again, I decided to take a nap and went out for about 5 hours, so I didn't do any research before the show. I only picked one new tune for the show as well, so you're stuck with the same music. Excuse me, but I really don't like demoing. I don't like demoing new tunes on someone else's live stream. So, you might get a copyright infringement. So,
one of us is laggy. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it might all be resolved now, so no need to worry. No.
So if you haven't done so already, hit that like button.
Hit the subscribe
button. Get the word
button
out to the regulars. We're filling in for Mr. Max Voltage tonight. General Voltage. General Voltage is regular Rush Limbaugh in his presentation. He sure does a good job at his live streams and talk show, I'd have to say. Now, I'm sure he'll take that as a compliment, but some people would take that as a compliment or an insult. If there's any specific topics you'd like to talk about, one of them I'm interested in is, what do you think Elon Musk is going to do with Twitter? I don't think he'll be able to sell it. I don't. And I don't think the investors that he has along with him are intending on selling it. Now, we know he's only going to be an intermittent CEO, and he did run a poll recently saying that he would step down if he was voted out by the Twitter users, many of which who were probably bots. But regardless, I'm sure he'll abide by that decision. I'm sure he knew what the potential outcome would be, and of course, it was probably in the makings. So I'm not too surprised, so to say. However, what do you think his future plans of Twitter are? Do you think he'll continue to take the wrecking ball to it within these few next weeks. Who do you think is a possible replacement as a Twitter CEO? We want to know your thoughts. Chris, do you have something you'd like to display and talk about?
Yeah, I'm just showing. I'm going to turn this music down. It's a little bit loud right now. I'm just showing my flux stats. Doing pretty solid, making about, it looks like one flux a day, maybe.
Nice.
Last 24
Excellent.
hours, last 48 hours. 4 flux in the past 48 hours.
Wow. That's excellent. What are you using to mine that?
I am on Hive OS. I am using Mini Z. Yeah. Pretty solid. So I'm having some issues in terms of temperature. I'm amazed. I actually left this at school. I thought someone was going to turn it off, but they left it on. So I have 62 souls. This 3070 Ti should actually have the highest amount of hash rate. However, it has some temperature issues, so I really cut it down a little bit because the 3070 Ti and 3070 are right next to each other. 3060 Ti is a little bit higher up on in the rig, so it doesn't have any heat issues. But yeah, pretty neat stuff. I mean, I love the fact that I can just earn crypto for doing nothing.
Very nice.
It seems like there's some issues, though. It says 0 in the last 24 hours, so I'm not sure what's going on here.
I'm a big fan of Flux.
Now you are?
Yeah. I love what they're doing.
That's
so
good,
I was
Joe.
looking, the Raspberry Pi I was planning on using for a node. Turns out it only has 4 gigs of RAM. Something I should have been more aware of. Now, I don't know why I thought it was 8 gigs.
Well,
Usually it's something on-
you're talking about your Sun's Cap?
No, not the Sun's Cap. But that might be 8 gigs. I'll have to check. However, that needs to go back to the manufacturer because something's wrong with it.
I have one Sun's Cap that has 4 and one that has 8.
Now, Crypto Bedell writes, Elon Muskrat will continue to walk around with the kitchen sink. And I want to know what your opinion is, if that's just off the cuff comment, or if you dislike him. I'm really on the fence, to be honest. I like what he's doing at Twitter. I think he's doing the right thing. He realizes, and the quote has been regurgitated many times, but he's bought a crime scene, and he has to do what's right, or the responsibility ultimately becomes his. He becomes, I wouldn't say a co-conspirator, but he has, I believe he is trying to do the right thing for humanity in that sense. In other senses, as far as, this Neuralink to the brain, another like computer interface to the brain, transhumanism, one of the ultimate sins, and I don't like the idea of it. I don't believe we were made for that as humans. Now, make of it what you will. Some people think it's great. I think it is a terrible idea. People already have enough issues with the information they're able to intake. I mean, you watch people go down these rabbit holes, no matter how well spoken they are, you see some of them go crazy. Very intelligent people going off the deep end. I just don't believe the human brain is made for that. I want to hear your guys' opinions. I do believe he is going to save at least the American population with self-driving cars. And the reason I say that is because ever since COVID hit, everyone's addicted to their cell phone. They can't pull the screen out from in front of them, so they're on their phone while they're driving. One of the reasons I was in a car crash about 8 months ago, because the idiot was on his phone. Everyone is on their phone all the time, even while they're driving. It pisses me off to no end. I'll get off that rant now, but I like the idea of self-driving cars. But once again, more automation, less work for the general idiots, which just further rots the brain. The easier we have it as humans, the softer we become, the more stupid we become. And that's unfortunate.
That's right, Joe. You tell him.
You got it, bro.
I'm jacked.
Back to the tits. You know, I got muted permanently on someone's live stream for saying that. Of course, I peeled it and was unmuted. However,
Unreal, man.
I find that kind of language very, very disturbing.
Unreal.
So what are you guys doing with your observed Christmas? Did you have today off?
Dude, I called about 15 mechanics trying to find a place that'll fix my car, and the lowest quote I got was $5,000, which is still insane to fix my car, but it's way more reasonable than the $8,500 the dealership was going to charge, so saving $3,500. I think I might end up going with this guy just because he's like a mile away, and he has a lot of it just seems like a solid choice, but we'll see. A lot of the mechanics were closed, like more than half were closed, so I gotta call a whole bunch of them tomorrow, see if any of them else will do it. You'd be surprised, Joe, if you ever have a head gasket issue with your vehicle, usually when you hear of other people having it, it's kind of like the death of the car. But when you have it and it's like a car you care about, it's like nobody knows how to actually do it. I guess that's why it's the death of a car, because a lot of the mechanics don't accept it. But
Well,
anyway.
I had to get my car scrapped because it would have been more to fix it than the actual value of the car, and I was pissed.
Yeah.
So I am a carless bum right now. Luckily, I can work from home. All right, we're gonna bring in a call-in. We got Crypto Bedell. Crypto Bedell, thanks
Welcome.
for joining us.
What's going on?
Tonight.
Just got out of class, forgot to change my name. You know, I always forget to change my name for class, and then I forget to change it back. This class, you know, via Zoom is just so boring.
You have class right now?
I did from 6 to 8:30.
What is it for?
You don't have to tell us.
Alcohol-related stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying.
So don't. I'm glad it's via Zoom, but you know, it could be worse, it could be better.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about Elon. First off, I don't like Elon. The crap he did with Tesla, saying that he invented it, this, that, and the other. No, he never did. Twitter, I've never been a fan of Twitter. In the last 6 months or so, I've gotten more or less into Twitter, but I still don't like it. So I don't think whatever he does is going to fix Twitter for me.
I agree.
I think he's got enough money to where he gets bored and then nobody talks about him. So then he does something good, bad, whatever to get his name out there. And that's all he wants. Because the more people saying Elon Musk, then the more people that think about Twitter, or not Twitter, Tesla.
Yeah. No, you certainly have a point there.
I mean, it's just like with NVIDIA and AMD. You know, AMD is in the background just making cards. NVIDIA's out there with all the bad press, but who's everybody talking about? NVIDIA. Granted, I haven't heard one good thing about NVIDIA in the last year or so, but yet that's what everybody talks about.
Yeah, Web3 social should take off soon.
Yep. Lil Stanky writes, Web3 social should take off soon. Now, are you talking about it in general, or is it an actual website, Lil Stanky? Feel free to call in if you like, Lil Stanky. Crypto Bedell, I agree with you on those points. I think you have a fair case there. I don't really have anything to elaborate on. However, Lil Stanky, yes, he fouled up in general. Talking Web3 social.
What's up,
Geek of all trades? Thanks for being here.
I always enjoy talking to you, man. Lil Stanky. I mean, the video that Joe usually plays in the beginning of the live streams this past week is like, you know, you can have your birth certificate and it's all new and it's all, you know, The whole idea behind Web3 Social is it's gonna be like you're gonna have one individual profile, and that's your identity, and it's completely trackable. And having that on social media platforms is going to be huge. The issue is you have to integrate it all, and I think you're going to need companies. I don't know if it's going to be companies like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if it's going to be new companies that we haven't even heard of that are going to be innovators with this and bringing it to the average viewer, the average user on like the App Store and stuff, having apps like that. Like Snapchat came out of nowhere and Snapchat kind of blew up. I think it's going to be something similar to that because it seems like all these other social media platforms are established. They know it works and it makes money for them. We're going to need some new players in the market here.
Well, I tend to agree. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's all I got.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. I don't believe that the established order with the current social media and the entirety of the architecture is going to change significantly enough to actually be able to adopt these technologies and integrate them in a way that is meaningful, true Web3. I don't think that they want to append their Web2 foothold that they have, but still want to appeal and appease to the masses.
Geek of all trades says one identity. How'd that work with Active Directory? I don't know what Active Directory is, but
Active Directory is, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, like in Microsoft, if you were to work like a corporate job where you need a Microsoft email, Active Directory is used for your email address, for your login.
got it. So the whole
access and administration, authentication.
the whole point of this one identity is that you have control over your data, and you're going to be able to allow it to sign off if you want to sell it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you can do stuff like that. Now, the whole, like, think about how many platforms you're on right now. Everyone watching this is probably on Instagram or Facebook. You can argue that it's the same thing. Twitter, YouTube, everyone's on YouTube. You have your email service, you have your other social media platforms. If you're on Snapchat, if you're on like Truth Social or just anything like that, any of these other platforms, you have to create your individual profile for each account, and they all collect this information separately. The whole idea behind this Web3 is that it's going to be creating one account, and you can use it across all platforms. You've seen this before, and this actually is on, I guess what do you call the traditional web? Just like Web 2, right?
Yeah, you call it Web 2.
Yeah, so you see this.
There's differentiation between Web 1 and Web 2, but
you already see this in Web 2 with, if you go on the website and it says sign up with Google or sign up with your Apple account or sign up with Facebook. So it already exists. This technology is already available. The whole purpose of it is that it will just be decentralized, and it won't be Facebook, it won't be Gmail, it won't be Apple that owns this information. You own the information because you own the private keys to this account. So it's going to be interesting. One account, and it's a subscription. You will own nothing and be happy.
Now, I do believe there's some merit to that. However, that doesn't take away the general data collection, consumption, and distribution that's going to take place on the internet. I mean, just because we're here in Web3 and we have centralized hosting does not mean that the companies that develop on that hosting, say someone was to set up a website on Flux or Threefold, whatever it may be, they can still track your cookies, track what websites you visit, what links you click on, some of your history, like certain features in your web browser. So that's not going to go away. I don't believe that Web3 is the end-all be-all solution. It potentially will be getting away from the gatekeepers of Google, Apple, potentially. But then again, I'm not too sure of that either. I think Web3 is significantly oversold as this blanket solution to all the problems that we're currently facing. And the only way to do away with those problems is to take personal responsibility in minimizing your digital footprint and enough people to catch on to this, we're going to need an all-in-one integrated solution. I hope Brave web browser ends up being that. I don't think it will, but I hope it does. But at the layer 7 levels and below, as far as like the networking stack, right? There has to be privacy on those levels to rid us of this issue of this data tracking and sales. And you see people are so willing to bring in Amazon, Alexa, the Google Home, all this crap that further sells your data. We have telecom companies that are buying from companies that are known agents of the Chinese Communist Party, like Huawei. I don't see this being an all-in-one solution that will fit to fix everything.
Yeah.
Geek of all trades rights. Web3 is just another buzzword in 2022 and 2023. And yes, it is. I do think there's substance to what Web3 is, certainly. But as always, it's marketed as the one-stop shop solution for everything, and it's not. It's simply, at this stage, not yet.
See, what I was going to say is about when you were talking about Brave browser being the number one and the one and only is, I don't think it's right to have anything that's one and only, because then that's a monopoly, and then they can start doing whatever the hell they want and nobody's going to stop them.
I think you're correct. Yes.
Yeah. I was referring
just an off-the-cuff example, but I'd like some sort of tool to come along and set the precedence of this is the actual Web3 framework, and what you're going to have to do is set up a Web3 framework. Like,
right.
No more JavaScript, no more specific code that has all these functions to track people, or if you're going to use JavaScript, you're only allowed to use these features, and if your code is flagged, then it's not Web3 compliant. I think there needs to be a Web3 framework to abide by that, in the same way you have that secure lock for SSL, TLS encryption that's on your browser bar. There needs to be some sort of Web3 compliance check in the browser.
I was referring to like what Void Walking is saying is like a MetaMask account where you can basically set your whole identity, and if you use like OpenSea stuff, basically anytime you interact with the website, it's not a transaction, it's an approval, and you press sign. Like a message will pop up, hey, we want to use your data for this, or like, hey, we want to approve this. Press sign. It doesn't cost any ETH or any sort of crypto, but it's just like an approval message. I think MetaMask is gonna be the one that sets forth this.
That's currently integrated.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the one that sets forth the personalized accounts and the individual accounts and stuff. It already is. I mean, every account is linked to their address. The only difference is there's no names or anything to it. So all MetaMask needs to do is allow the ability to create kind of, if MetaMask were to create some sort of social media platform where people could link their names to their account addresses and stuff, it would benefit. Now the issue is, I mean, I personally have about 10 MetaMask accounts, I want to say. The issue is, like, people like me that have a lot of MetaMask accounts, are we able to use our, I mean, how are they going to let that work? Are they going to have one, can I have my name set on all accounts? And then at that point, you're having more than one account. So,
yeah,
well,
I think we're conflating the difference between singly owned identity and just simply owning your data, being the sole proprietor of and having that autonomy over what you do with your identity and your funds, your data, etc. Geek of All Trades writes, it would be a transaction as a validation of privacy. Is my audio coming through too rough here?
No, I hear it fine.
No, you sound fine.
Excellent. So yeah, I think NFTs play a part in this. As like I've made mention in the past, I look at them as like you have your, you call it near field communications, where you place your phone over that terminal to pay, Google Pay, Apple Pay, whatever, or you swipe your security key card to get into a building. It's going to be similar to that for that access. That's going to be the use of NFTs in the future, I believe, as like a two-factor authentication, the primary use.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some things just get a little too technical and just go right above my head.
It's fine. Yeah.
I understand the whole, like, what was it? Was it Elon that was talking about, like, the chip in your thumb or whatever, that it's like the be-all, end-all kind of thing? It's like
another stupid idea.
Yeah. I mean, I don't use my phone to pay. Some people do, some people don't, but I don't like it. I still prefer to pull the card out of my wallet or pay with cash.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like
because when you start intertwining everything and you lose one thing, you lose everything.
I agree. But
like those people that have those. My girlfriend used to have one when she first met me. Is that phone case where you put your ID and your cards in it? And I'm like, but you leave your phone everywhere. What happens when you leave your phone at the gas station? Yeah. and then what? And then you lose everything.
What's up, Wayne? Welcome to the stream, man. Right, if you don't switch to a custom RPC provider on Fear, which is default, they can track your IP address, to my understanding. Yep, that's true. They announced that, actually. Web3 sucks. When Web 5?
So,
good evening,
Automatic.
Yeah,
thanks for being here.
Man.
619 OTA, thanks for being here. Void Walking, excellent point. I don't see IP address. IP address plays a major part in the metadata that's pulled and how they, how would I say this? They corroborate who you are, your identity, and the data that's collected. I certainly use a VPN. I urge everyone to use a VPN. But it's not the end-all, be-all solution. You have to look at your browser settings, and I clear my my history. I clear my cookies. I quite often use incognito mode, because what incognito does, it just provides you with a clean slate. It basically, you don't have any cookies, any history, and when you're browsing a website, it gives them a limited amount of information that they can pull to correlate what your identity is. So that, along with a good VPN, I use Nord. I personally like it. It's one of the better ones, but once again, not the end all be all. I like a lot of these different. I do like the decentralized VPNs to an extent. Anyways, like I was saying, 619 OTA, Web3 sucks, when Web 5, and now what he's referring to is Jack Dorsey and his views on Web 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5, and we're skipping it over an iteration of 4. But look, the point being is they're going to have to coexist together, and I think there is substance to that argument. And even Flux, they see it with the writing on the wall. They have a new product. Well, they're in addition to their portfolio of services coming out in 2023, where you will be able to load balance between services on Web 2, so something that might be hosted on-prem infrastructure or AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, DigitalOcean, and something that's Web 3 like Flux. Geek of All Trades writes, OpenVPN has good free tier for basic users. OpenVPN is a fantastic solution. Automatic Beats, 619 OTA. Yo, writes Geek of All Trades.
Oh man, Joe, I had a lot of whiskey. Proton Void, answer my DM, man. Come on, I DM'd you. Joe, any Red Bulls tonight?
Oh yeah.
How many do you have a
If
day?
you don't mind, go retweet my tweet so we can get some more people in here.
I actually do mind.
All right, and screw your live stream.
I figure we'll go for an hour, so we'll go to like one.
Red Panda
10:30.
Mining in the house.
Red Panda.
Welcome, Panda.
Welcome. Listen, I don't think you're actually subscribed to my channel. I gotta check these. Did you mention me in the stream, Joe? On the Twitter?
No, sorry.
All good. Wow, you got 6 likes. Look at you, man. I retweeted it. There we go. Red Panda, welcome to the stream. I think you're not feeling good as well either, so I hope you're feeling better. My bad, bro. I'll check it right now. Thank you, Void.
Red Panda Mining, my favorite network engineer.
What
Right.
is he saying?
PF Sense with OpenVPN to BitLaunch, VPS, non-know your customer OpenVPN. Boom. And Red Panda Mining is a network engineer, by the way. He doesn't like to admit it.
I don't think he's subscribed to my channel, man.
I think he's subbed to your channel. He loves you, Chris.
It doesn't show up. I look at my subscribers.
Red Panda
most
Mining
recent-
writes, Crypto with Dell, did you get your $20 in ETH?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
VPNception.
Geek of all trades writes, Red Panda Mining, you just blew my mind with that VPNception. That's an awesome solution. I like it. I like what he's laying down here.
I have no
Look,
clue what he
I've
said.
been a Cisco bigot for most of my life. I primarily work with the top tier routing and switching and firewall infrastructure. Maybe not so much firewall, but you know, I like the brand name stuff. So coming into the crypto community and seeing all this, you know, open source stuff that you guys are using, it's opened my eyes a lot. I'll be honest. But I like that. Panda, if you have any other recommendations like that, feel free to share them. Bitlaunch.io.
What's he saying? Hey, crypto for awesome cloud servers. Oh. Launch instantly, pay hourly. I want
Geek
to
of all trades writes, Joe, there are so many ASAs with any connect out there still. LOL.
Fake email sign up, pay with crypto. Nice. Maybe, Jeff down on that yahoo.com.
And I would tend to agree. There are a lot out there still, but the ASAs are a good solution. Oh, not the ASAs so much. They're coming along. AnyConnect is a good solution. It's solid. It's a solid VPN. It works every time.
Dude, when is Red Panda gonna finally subscribe to my YouTube channel?
When's Red Panda gonna show up and be a call-in?
That too, man. I feel like we have to do it a little bit more advanced so he can announce it.
I mean, I know he had a long day by going live, 10 hours ago? But
Unreal. You are subscribed? I don't know, man.
Right. We're going to
I don't know why
do a
it doesn't
poll,
show me.
and there's going to be one participant. 619 OTA. Should I make more videos on Deeper Connect?
No one cares, Joe.
Chris, go
what is Deeper Connect? For us that don't know.
Layer 7 firewall.
It's
Sometimes they refer to it as a next generation firewall.
I'll give
It's
you
not a good solution.
the real easy breakdown is it's a way for pedophiles to stream CP
Don't
onto
start.
your network.
Well, it could be that,
Yeah.
but that's any decentralized VPN.
To me, it looks too small to be a proper firewall, in my opinion.
Any type of crypto device that offers something to do with your bandwidth, the first question you should ask them is something to do with CP. Like, how do you guys know that people aren't going to use this for CP? And if they do, and it is on my bandwidth, you know, what are the repercussions for me? Because I'm just selling my bandwidth.
Yeah, that's very true.
Repercussions. And a lot of the companies don't have an answer for that because there's no real way to get around with that. Now, Apple did launch their CP like detector, where it like detects, you know, photos that are reported to some agency or something or their system.
Yeah.
And if it detects those photos, it will, I think it reports you or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an invasion of privacy, but at the same extent, you are buying their products, so they have their own rights, whatever.
Yeah, but that just means that they're scanning everything that you send.
They are.
Or receive, or vice versa, you know?
Exactly, yeah. But there's so many people.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. That's why they're integrating this.
There's so many people. It's hard.
I believe it goes beyond that. I mean, we have telecare, you know, like people who
what did I do, Panda?
Virtually in this day and age, and if you take a picture of, and I'm not saying to do this, I think it's a terrible idea, but what if you take a picture of a rash that your child has on their body, and now you're flagged? There's too much of a gray area, and the tech monopolies, I think they need a.
The whole idea behind that is that it's only going to be images that are flagged, like specific images that are flagged. So if it's a 1-to-1 match, or, you know, relatively close, probably 70%.
What's your criteria of doing it?
Well,
it's not as straightforward as you think if you look into AI imagery.
The weird part is people actually have to submit those photos to Apple. It's a little weird. Anything having to do with CP is just
this
really
goes across all forms of social media. This goes across all forms of social media. They have basically people who are trained to review and submit the terms of violations, content that they come across, and those people suffer from severe psychological damage.
Yeah,
it's not a job for the, I don't know what you want to call it, someone who doesn't want to lose their soul. Now,
can we take a quick intermission as this?
Yeah, let's talk about something music. Else. I don't particularly like.
Guys, my membership has been live for a couple of days. If anyone wants to subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. I think it's 99 cents. You know, it is way easily achievable. It's really relatively low cost. I'm going to be having live streams just for members if you guys do subscribe. So take a moment while this elevator music is playing to consider subscribing and becoming a member to my channel. Really appreciate it. Red Panda, my name, talking to you. You can afford the more expensive option for $4.99. I appreciate it. I think it's $3.99, but you know. All right. As this elevator music continues, I would like to remind you guys that I do have a website, blockchainbay.cc, where you guys can purchase merch as well as listen to my first podcast with Joe. And we will be having more podcasts coming up in the future. Oh my gosh, he subscribed.
Red Panda Mining, thanks.
Man, all you gotta do is just say something, and then shit happens.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Can we swear on here or no?
Of course, dude. Of course. Listen, guys.
Crypto Bedell, thanks for becoming a member of the Chris Bagnell YouTube channel.
All right, I'm gonna work. Oh my gosh, I got 3 subscribers. I got 3 members.
Wayno, thanks for becoming a member of the Chris Bagnell YouTube channel.
Listen, I will work on it throughout this whole week to make this truly like a good experience, because I've seen so many. I'll just reference girls and their OnlyFans pages, and they don't do anything. They don't do anything to give back to the people. So
they've got more to show for than you, Chris.
Exactly.
I will. All trades. Thanks for becoming a member of the Chris Bagnell crypto community.
I'll give you a good experience for Panda. Listen, I'll coordinate with all you guys. I'll make a post, and if you guys want me to live stream a certain night, and we can even have private Discord calls and whatnot. Let me know what you guys want out of this, And
We
I will
want
do my best to accommodate for you guys.
you to turn around, drop your drawers, and show your brown eye every time someone writes "when moon."
Let's just show this for the stream. Red Panda became a YouTube member. Crypto Badell
I already
became a
showed
YouTube
it.
member. Oh, okay. Are you going to show off your feet now? We can make that. We can make that happen. That's easy. I'll easily show my feet. I don't care. You want a private one-on-one in the back room? 100%, dude. 100%. That's so funny. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I'm gonna make some emojis and stuff and upload them so you guys don't just have these traditional YouTube ones. And we can do member-only chats and whatnot. Wow, this is the best intermission of all time. No brown eye on sub.
Red Panda, how is your TV? Did you buy a TV today?
No, he didn't. People were asking.
When feet emoji. Listen, join the Discord, Red Panda. Please join the Discord. It's in the link in the description. I know there's like 100 Discords for you to join, but I'm telling you right now, this Discord server is the most degen that you'll ever be a part of because we have Joe P in it. So join the Discord server. It's in the link in the description. Verify yourself. I'll give you the YouTube role. I think you deserve it. And yeah, we have a private content creator chat, and then we have some other general chat and whatnot.
So this is what I was working on earlier.
What are you cleaning the GPU? You're
I had to replace the fan in my 580, one of them, and I didn't realize I had to do thermal paste and pads, which thankfully I was preparing for all that. But then class hit, and then this hit, and I'm just not going to finish it tonight.
Red Panda says he's already maxed out on Discord, so he won't be joining Blockchain Bay.
Dude, listen, let me tell you, we have 300 high quality members. Do me a favor and leave. I'm sure there's one that you can leave. I'm trying to think. Probably let me look at some of the ones that you're probably in. Leave Bispy Trippin'. Or leave DJ Mines.
Geek of all
trades. I'll say, I mean, I've been a member of GJ Mines now for a couple months, and the only thing he's really done is start a new channel.
Yeah. He's kind of listen. Red Panda Mining. Leave the Red Panda Mining Discord server.
ASMR videos.
And join the Blockchain Bay Discord server. See, look, even I'm sad. I said leave one. Okay. Looks like an FX.
You've skipped a comment. Geek of all trades, right?
Oh yeah.
Chris Big now. Most college guys have Lambos and bikinis on their ceiling. Is that a long division up there?
I'm not sure what the last sentence is.
Long division? Like
yeah.
Dividing numbers?
Yeah.
Like, are they mathematical equations on your ceilings?
No,
they're motivational quotes and they're verses from the Bible.
Not verses from the Bible.
It's code that you need to learn.
You know what's weird? I actually haven't even looked at them in the past couple of days.
Speaking of code, Wayno writes,
talk to you later, Red Panda.
You mentioned something about making a new channel for just networking stuff. Yes, I actually do have one that I never used. I probably will repurpose it. Crypto Red Panda Mining writes, gotta go, gentlemen, wife and kid yelling. Talk to you soon, Red Panda. Have a great night.
Thank you, Red Panda, for subscribing.
That is something that I did want to talk about. Now, we won't be able to get to all these comments because you guys are typing pretty fast. It's lit in here tonight. 619 OTA writes, I thought that was a sex rope.
Where?
Chris used to have a rope hanging from a ceiling on that hook. So
oh yeah, I have. It's a
make jokes.
It's an RCA cord.
Are you talking about hold on, let me. Those up there, the little brackets.
No, I had there's a hook right there, and I had an RCA cord hanging from it, so I never hooked it up to my subwoofer. 3 years and my first fan fell off, dude. So I just moved in here. I don't have a light in this room. I had to use this plug-in light. It bothers me. I need a fan in here. I need a fan because I have smart lights, so I can say turn on my lights and it'll turn on. Pretty cool stuff.
We haven't
seen. I need a good light for when I'm on live because I have my ceiling light on, and I normally have the fan on, but the fan creates, shadows, and I can't get the right lighting with the lights I have. And I have no idea what light to buy. I was like looking at like maybe that selfie ring light, but I don't know if that's a good light or not.
A ring light? I have one of those.
Ring light, yeah, those are nice.
I have a large one. It's about like this big, and then I have a really small one, and I use the small one at school. The small one is, it's all right. The issue is it clamps onto my monitor, and it kind of pushes on the screen. And I see some of the, it just kind of affects the screen, but then when I take it off, it's fine. The big one is absolutely massive. I've had that for years, and that one works great. It's just there's not a lot of places I can put it. It's interesting. Joe, I got to work tomorrow on getting my Etsy shop set up.
Nice.
Listen,
What do you sell?
Everyone right now, you need a closet organizer and to make your bed before you go live. Listen, dude, oh my gosh. All right, Geek of all trades, I just moved in here, okay? I all these clothes are the clothes I just got for Christmas, so I washed them and put them here. I don't have any place to put them. No place.
Is that why you have had pants hanging from your closet door for the last couple nights?
Yeah, I got pants hanging here. I got a shirt hanging here. I'm doing my
Avoid walking, writes Chris Bagnell. You do live like a Viking. Geek of all trades is right. I would call it the pig pen.
I have this massive pillow that I don't want and I can't get rid of. I don't know what to do with it. It's just like nobody wants it. I spent like $80 on it. Wait, no, just used one of the emojis, but it didn't go through.
Yeah. Well, now we have emojis of Chris of when he was 18 wearing a beanie and sunglasses.
Yeah.
So like Justin Bieber.
Like all the clothes are right here because I had to lift my mattress up to get my my external hard drive dock from underneath my bed because that's where it was. It's just
so
my room is slowly getting put together. If you guys watch the streams in the beginning of the week, I didn't have blinds and curtains. Now I have blinds and curtains.
It's all right, Chris. I still haven't mounted the TV on my wall, so
we're progressing, Joe. Yeah.
No, but I did want to talk about something. Was it Wayno wrote? It's about coding or doing a networking channel, and I think I'm going to do it. We'll see. I might just do live streams, but I've started a project. I want to do like a crypto analyst bot, AI predictions and correlation of some of the different sources of data, aggregate that data, and basically crunch it into something that we can plot and something that's usable, something that would provide some sort of predictive model. And I can share it with you guys if you'd like. Let me pull it up here. But
absolutely. Joe, while I have you here, thanks for reminding me. I'm going to go on Amazon. I'm going to buy an extension cord so I can get my 3D printer up and running. I forgot what I was going to mention to you guys. Now that I remembered, I am launching an Etsy store. What would you guys purchase from an Etsy store in terms of like 3D printing stuff? Because I can 3D print anything. Like
Chris, I've thought about that too because I've had a 3D printer, and honestly, the last time it printed anything was for the Frontman mask.
Oh, I wanted to.
And that was back in 2021.
I know Zane's not here right now, but this is a 240Z that I 3D printed.
Well, that'd be a 280, wouldn't it?
What's the distinction?
That's an older model. The 240s were like mid 80s to mid 90s. That's like a 70s, maybe early 80s.
240 was made, I think, 70. 240 was made in the 70s, I think. Anyway, it's a
maybe.
We know what the car looks like. Anyway, like I can make like cool stuff like that, but I wanted to make like crypto / like useful related stuff. Like I made, I can make phone mounts and stuff. I can do anything. I made an Etsy store, and I don't know what kind of content to do. Like I saw Geek of All Trades made one, and I thought it was really interesting. So I would like to make some Etsy stuff, and I can push it on the channel, which is great. That's free advertising, which but I want it to be stuff that you guys would actually be interested in. So like, what kind of 3D printed stuff would you guys be interested in? I can make phone mounts on your desk, so you can mount your phone on your desk. I can do all sorts of things. A whole bunch of Apple related stuff.
So I'm going to share my screen here for a moment. I don't know what happened to it.
When feet. Void, you're not a member, so you're not going to be able to see them. Love to see you dive into more content, Joe. What you brought up would be cool to see. Are you talking about his
the coding project?
Yeah, you should.
So, a little background. I'm a network engineer. It is nothing really similar to coding. There's plenty of overlapping concepts, but not enough to make me a proficient coder by any means. But it was a hobby I took up during COVID. And then I put it down for Helium for some time and started the Network Bits YouTube channel. So I figured now that it's kind of winding down, and I'm able to make content pretty easily without having to apply a massive, enormous effort to research, to learning about these different concepts. I have them down. Now it's time to take that new skill set that I have, and the best way to really learn a program and learn all these different concepts truly is just to go for a project that you want to do, whatever it may be. Create a game, create a smart contract and a crypto project, create some sort of automation, home service that you would utilize. For me, I have to find something that I know I'm going to be interested here. Otherwise, it's never going to get done. And that being, I want to, like I said, create like AI analysis bot for the crypto markets. And I outline it here, the desired end result, and this is still under construction. Predict trends in the cryptocurrency market, aggregate and plot publicly available data, post, news feeds, etc. Gauge public perception and result. C, price prediction. Number 2, understand correlation of data. A, how volume affects Oracle prices. B, how exchanges derive value. 3, understand effects of data, impact of news articles on public perception, chicken versus egg. So do news articles come after more Twitter posts and specific interests? How do those news articles and what specific sources of news drive the news cycle, the public news cycle on social media the most? And how does that correlate to the volume that we see in the crypto market? So then I go over the outline steps as far as architecture. We have to select how it's going to be designed, and you want to sit down and really analyze this and plan for a good couple days, if not weeks. I'd say a week before you actually build something this massive. Now, this is way over my head. This is my first go around for this. I know enough from studying code and from working in the industry for 10 years as a network engineer that I can understand the bigger steps here, but I am asking Yeti, another streamer, for some guidance on this, and he's been kind enough to help me out. So the architecture selection, you have to select what systems you're going to use. First, where is this going to take place? Amazon Web Services, on-prem, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and then you want to select the finer pieces of that. Code packages and libraries is basically what building blocks of code that you already have available to you to utilize that would fit how you're going to build out this system. So basically, if you were to build a house, you're not going to go chop down a tree and cut it, sand it, and make it fit the shape of a door. You're going to pre-select a door at the store in most cases. It's the same thing when you're building with code. What makes it so easy to build with code these days is that we have all these libraries, all these packages, all these modules to utilize that are already best practices and pre-built in a manner that just makes it so easy to get the desired result that you want. So with that, you have to figure out what of those options you have is going to best fit what your overall goal is and jive with the other packages that you're using. So then number 2, build out the high level overview process. So you have the high level overview, the low level overview. High level is it's the big steps. So it's really here in the outline steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a sense, or you can look at this other process that I have here, an amateur mistake. This should be plotted left to right rather than up to down. I mean, you can do it up to down, but the majority of development diagrams that I've seen have been plotted horizontally. Now, this is a high level overview. It doesn't get into all the detailed information. The low level overview would get into the detailed information of this modular framework and how it's going to be implemented. So you have the API selection. What's an API? Application Programmable Interface. It's basically how you would interact with everything in in the web, in applications. It's a framework for pulling and pushing data from an already existing service, basically, or between microservices. I can use an API to push configurations to a router if it has an API available. Most massive websites are going to have a publicly available API for you to pull that information, if not submit information and integrate your own apps. If you were to integrate 2 apps at your place of work, typically you're going to use APIs between the 2 of them. So then you have number 4, build out 2 data sources and follow on the high level overview steps. So we have 5 data sources that I'm interested in as of right now. And these are categories where, I mean, how many different oracles are we going to pull from? How many different blockchains are we going to pull from? How many different exchanges are we going to pull from? This is an endless, you can go so deep down the rabbit hole, you can crunch so many numbers, but you also have the different methods of gathering this data. So you can utilize the APIs to pull it directly, but with something like Twitter and a news feed, you're probably going to use web scraping. And web scraping is basically like a crawler. It's what Google does to index different websites. Well, part of what Google does. So it takes that information and you can use AI to build out the different values that you want to derive from that information. So is this a positive article? Is this a negative article? What is the weighted value? How many views did it get? How much traffic did it generate? What's the actual interest in this overall, aggregated by the different amount of articles that are related to this specific trend? You can get a lot of information from that. But back to the process. We build out 2 data sources. Why are we only building out 2 at once? Well, pretty much because I'm new to the game here, but I want to build 2. And then you get to some of these follow-on steps. Now, the diagram's not complete here, but eventually you want to get to what your output is. So it's going to be the trends and predictive analysis, the correlation of data. So what exactly does that mean? What causes a trend on the blockchain? What causes a spike in volume? What causes a price to change? And what are the oracles deriving that specific value of a cryptocurrency from? How are the exchanges gauging what the price should be? Now, you can look at the blockchain manually, and you can look at the newsfeed manually, but you're not going to necessarily gauge a completely accurate result in real time off of doing all this manually. So what else do you want to do here? Also, I have to do internal type of function. So there is cleansing and weighting of data. And what do I mean by that? So you want to clean out unused data that has no purpose. You want to clean and weight certain data. For example, bots on Twitter that you don't care about the information that is being posted because it really doesn't have an effect or has little effect on that price.
Peace out, Geek of All
Right.
Trade. Thanks
All
for
trade.
coming on.
Have a good night. Lil Stanky writes, Joe, have you tried entering this info into Chat GTP? I have not yet, but that's something I've been looking at. And that is something that I do want to discuss on another live stream with several YouTubers. I'm sure Chris will be there, but I do want to discuss how AI is not only overtaking simple jobs, but also overtaking complex jobs such as programmers. I mean, you can utilize something like Chat GTP to clean up your code and make it more efficient. And I do believe this is going to put a lot of programmers out of work. This is going to be someone like me with minimal skills in programming can come along and figure out how to put these building blocks together, or just write a spider web of code and crunch it down, get the desired end result because of AI. It is wild. It's going to change the way the world works. It's going to change the economy. And we're also going to integrate the crypto discussion with that. However, back to what I was saying here. We just want the desired end result. And then, you know, I have to also have my internal buttons. So how can I pull the logging and debugging repository of information? I want to send it all into one place so I don't have to pull all the different logs from all the different services and figure out where they're held respectively. I only want to pull what is crucial to what I'm trying to do, etc. But it's going to be a massive undertaking to do something like this. It's going to probably take a better portion of the year of mine, but it's going to be worth it in the end, because if I succeed, I come out with, even if I fail, I come out with a vast amount of knowledge of the inner workings of the crypto sphere. But if I succeed, I come out with that knowledge plus a potentially viable product to sell, or at least to allow my audience to utilize, to understand these inner workings, to possibly have a tool that gives us leverage on the crypto market. Rant over. Chris is falling asleep.
No, I'm trying to find something similar to OpenGPT or GTP.
I was trying to figure out what happened. Chris was talking about opening an Etsy store, and then I come back and Joe was talking about a bunch of server stuff. So I'm pretty sure you have one of these then, Chris.
No, I don't. I didn't.
It's the little Yoda that sits on top of the filament feeder, and he just rotates, one way and then a little bit.
That's pretty cool. No, I don't have
I just got this the other day. It's a translucent blue filament.
What type?
I'm waiting to try it out.
POA?
PETG.
Okay. I like PETG is like the strongest, but it's really reactive to moisture.
Yeah. I was gonna do my silica beads in the oven to dry them out, but then I realized that I should re-thermal paste my video cards.
Yeah.
And then I got to class and
for PETG, I still have them like in, I don't know where they are, but I still have them in the shrink wrap because it said like it's really reactive to moisture until after it's printed, and then once you print it and it heats and cools and everything, it's like the most durable for like outside and stuff like that. But 3D printing is amazing, man. You can make brackets for mounts and everything. Like it's just like it's beautiful, and you don't need a lot of skill. You can use things like it's not Thingiverse. I forget the name of it. It's called Tinkercad. You can use Tinkercad. It's a free platform. You can design anything. Amazing.
I've tried to design a couple things with a couple different platforms, and I just couldn't. Like I had Doge Lord Coffee ask me if I could make a coffee stencil. I had no idea what a coffee stencil is until he described it to me, and I tried to create one, and I couldn't. Granted, I can't draw and I can't craft things either, but
I built this. Let me see. I have another one here. These are wall plates for a
240 volt.
Yeah, 240, but you can't find them online. It's really strange. Like, so I'm using a traditional junction box, which they're small, and the whole idea is that you put this, the wall plate on drywall. But in my case, I didn't have drywall. I had just the junction box exposed. So I wanted to make one that was small enough to just fit over the junction box. So it didn't expand or it didn't like fall over the edge. So I had to design it. And I made a whole bunch of different iterations of this thing. That was like one of that was like the biggest thing that I designed. It took a long time, man. It's amazing how much time it takes. And I bought I got the measuring calipers and everything that measured all accurate. It didn't matter. Still messed up the measurements for some reason. Didn't work right. I mean,
here Joe is all bored because we're talking about 3D printing.
No, I enjoy it.
I mean, Chris, if you don't mind me asking, what printer do you have?
A Creality 3D.
Okay.
Or Ender 3.
Yeah, I got the Ender 3 Max.
I know what Joe doesn't have.
Tech Shindy sticker?
Yeah.
What is that? Condoms?
Tech Shindy stickers, man.
It's all right. I bored you guys for like a good 20 minutes there with my talking.
No, you didn't.
Chris, are your YouTube subs ticking up pretty hard right now?
Here's the final one. This is what it's supposed to look. You can kind of see the bezels and everything. I took out a lot of material so it would print faster, and this is the final one that I ended up using. My subs are like, it's slow, Joe, but I gotta say, it's consistent now. It seems like now that I'm uploading consistently, at least with the live streams, people are starting to come in. All these people right now that are in the stream have been here like the entire week, which is awesome. So I got some, committed subscribers here. Creality is nice. Yeah, I just actually ordered the power adapter that I need. So, Void, thank you for the idea. I'm going to look about 3D printing, Raspberry Pi cases and selling those. Oh, jeez, I got the hiccups. I think that's a good idea.
I've been looking at maybe printing some hard drive enclosures for my Chia mining, but I got so many different external drives that I got 2 of this size, 2 of this size, 2 of this size, and then I got a couple 5-bay 3.5-inch hard drive enclosures that are all in one, and it's like I'm not going to print an enclosure to hold 2 hard drives.
They should be 3.5 and 2.5.
Yeah,
only 2 sizes, so it's just
but a lot of them. Like if you buy a Western Digital SSD external, and you buy a Seagate 2.5-inch SSD external,
okay,
it's still a 2.5-inch drive in an external closure. So then you'd have to remove that external enclosure to mount the 2.5-inch drive.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about just the hard drives. Huh. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, what Joe had with his server, if you can get man, I really want to try the Evergreen miner. I want to see how that works. Just because it's plug and play.
I get it, but you're paying twice the price per terabyte. I mean, you can buy a hard drive now for $10 a terabyte. They're selling it for $20 to $25 a terabyte. I mean, that's what I was buying back I mean, I bought 8 gigabyte externals for $200. That's pretty much what you're paying now, and for $200, I'm getting 24 to 30 terabytes. The only difference is I have to plot it, and you don't.
Exactly.
Well, then the other thing, though, with the Evergreen I was looking at is, not to get on too much on Chia, but they're at K32 plots right now. They have plans to go to K32, K33, and K34. Now, what's going to happen in a few years when Chia goes to K33 plots? What's the Evergreen miner going to be then? It's just going to be a hard drive that you have to format, and that's it.
Chia 619 says, "What does Chia use? Docker? Can you run Chia in a Flux node?" It uses its own like software. Just think of it like it's just a normal exe launchable program. I don't think they use Docker. Maybe they do now. I don't know. You can 100% run Chia and a Flux node, because once you get everything plotted, it's effortless. You just have to stay online. So
you're not going to use a Raspberry Pi to plot Chia.
Yeah,
but you can use a Raspberry Pi as your farmer, but not your harvester.
Yeah,
I think, or maybe it's vice versa.
Yeah, like you could get a really built computer to plot all the drives, but then once the drives are plotted, then you can go on and you can use a Raspberry Pi and just hold them, just keep them online. Thank you, everybody that became a member tonight. I'm really excited to provide content for the members. Some feet pictures for all you guys. Sorry, Joe, you're not going to get any because you're not a member.
It's all right. I get enough from you in the back room, Chris.
Isn't the Evergreen just a Pi with hard drives? Yes, pretty much.
So I just ordered this for a Chia
SSD or M.2.
It's a NVMe, the Sabrent
with a heatsink. Okay.
Yeah, because I bought a cheap NVMe off Amazon before, and it works for like 5 seconds at like a couple thousand megabytes a second, and then it just drops. But my girlfriend lives pretty close to the Micro Center, and she's coming out Thursday. I'm like, hey, pick up these Samsung 980 Pros. Pick 2 of them up with an expansion drive.
Yeah.
I'm going to try those out before this, because this ain't coming for like almost 2 more weeks.
I know, man. Amazon's all messed up because of Christmas. It's annoying.
Well, I like Amazon because it's convenient and it seems to be cheaper, but with all the computer hardware I buy, I'm at like a 50% win-loss ratio. Like, I buy hard drives from them, they don't even fucking turn on. Yeah. Or they do, but they're not like, they're like 10% of the speed that they should be.
That's why
it's like, I'm so tired of buying stuff and returning it that I'll pay the extra $20.
These bad boys, the Barracudas from Seagate, these things are built. I had no issues with them. These are actually all plotted out, but this is 4 terabytes. They're all plotted out, but I just don't have them plugged in. Wait, why do I have a 1 terabyte here? Oh, I put a 4 terabyte in my computer. Oh. Yeah, man, some of the hard drives just aren't like what they used to be. Like the hard drive that I just fixed in my dad's computer was a Seagate, and it was made in 2017. Just a normal hard drive. They shouldn't die that quickly. There's something
like, see, I just purchased a couple of these.
Yeah.
From Amazon, and then I get an email from the person I bought it from or the company saying that Amazon messed up, and apparently I'm going to get some different drives than what I ordered, and they're going to issue me like a refund if that's okay. And I'm like, I don't know, man. The drives aren't going to be here till tomorrow. I'd rather wait a few more days and get the correct shit that I ordered.
Jesus.
Than
through that.
I just sold an Apple monitor for $400. I got it for free.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
How much longer do you want to do the stream for?
Hey, Joe's going to sell me that server or mail it to me.
7 more minutes, Joe.
If you want to pay the shipping, hey, it's not that great of a server.
You're close enough. I'll come pick it up.
All right. I'm good.
Oh, really?
Bring some Red Bulls.
Yeah. That works.
Which flavor? Or just the classic?
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free? Okay. I'm a diet drinking Red Bulls. Come on now.
Sugar-free. We need to get some new beats in here.
Yeah, listen, we'll ramp up these streams. We'll get rid of Joe. We'll make everything better.
Stop allowing me in here, because I don't talk much.
No, you're a good additive. It's nice to have someone new to talk to every once in a while.
Max is gonna be pissed that we're making a mockery of his stream.
Our stream is way better than his.
All right, so next time Max doesn't do Mondays with Max and you guys go live, we all gotta have some flannels on.
That works for me.
Because then that would be a mockery.
I gotta have a whole bunch of
I
GPUs
started the show with
behind
a
me.
flannel on.
Yeah, I missed the intro. I'm gonna have to rewind it now once it's done.
He's here.
Oh yes! General Voltage in the house.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
You missed it.
My
You missed a
flannel-
good part of the show, Max.
Let me get my flannel real quick.
I gotta do it too. Max Voltage, right?
I'm sorry,
just
but I
got
don't
here.
own any
Speak of the devil.
flannels.
Nice.
What's up, Max Voltage? Thanks for
You got
joining,
to come
man.
over too, Chris. You look like Max Voltage on.
You missed the memo, Max. Everyone became a member tonight. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to join unless you're. I'm kidding. No, feel free to join, man. We're only going for like 5 more minutes though, so.
Well, if Max probably won't join because he's on the road. So.
Oh, he is. Well, we just wanted to hijack the Mondays with Max because you weren't doing them tonight. We had to give the people something, so we decided to stream. We talked a little bit about, guess what, Helium.
No, we didn't. This is the first stream we didn't talk about Helium.
Not anymore. We're talking
Hey,
about
Chris,
it right now. What is it?
according to your Helium talk, here we go.
Nice. You have that ready. You had
Did you
that
buy
ready.
that for your baby mama? The Christmas gift?
I won't say.
Void Walking writes, when Helium?
Void, listen, dude. If you want my Helium stuff, message me. I will sell it to you. I am no longer going to be bitter about it. I need to get rid of it. Unless things.
Max Voltage writes, I am on my phone, everyone. Don't forget, I will stream on Wednesday. Max
We will be
Voltage,
there.
Wednesdays with Max, 8 p.m. Central Time.
Wednesdays with Chris. That'd be so funny if we should just like 1 week look at every YouTuber, every crypto YouTuber, and like rename our stream to imitate theirs. Like, tonight we're doing Mondays with Chris. Like, we should do like Terahash Chris Day on Tuesday.
Man, you're just asking for it.
That'd be so funny.
You're asking for your subs to go down
on
now.
and say,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
Try and be there Wednesday, Max, but I have some Christmas get-togethers, unfortunately. It's actually not unfortunate. I'm very excited to have more lasagna.
Oh my god, the roads in Huntsville, Alabama are a sheet of ice right now.
There is so much ice on the roads right now that
Void
it's
Walking.
Like, it's not even ice.
Wants to
Too much
pay you
salt.
in mobile, a token that has no value.
Go ahead, Void. Send me 2 trillion mobile tokens.
Oh, that's just like what was it? The PKT from the other night, last night, was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that was last night.
Granted, it's got the same value as Neoxa at the moment, so can't really say much.
80
Hey, man, don't talk
Fahrenheit.
shit about Neoxa.
Where are you located, 619?
619, where are you at? Because I want to move there. Shit.
He's in California. California.
Oh,
it's
yeah, never mind.
Not worth it. Never mind. Yeah, have fun, bud. All right. The final 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been
Although-
fun.
Although I know it's all gentlemen because I have 100% male viewership on my channel. So
How's that make
So
you
back
feel?
to our chat earlier. What do you guys think about electric cars?
it's totally electric cars are shitty, man. It's the only way to put it. It's such a temporary solution, and overall they do actually produce less. They have like a smaller carbon footprint in the long term. By like 6 years or something, they break even or something, or I forget what it is, but
Yeah, but that's about the life expectancy of a Tesla nowadays is what, 6
Exactly.
years, maybe 8?
yeah.
And then you're paying 40 grand for a battery, or maybe say 30, and then that battery just goes to the landfill.
The funny part is that it's still charged with fossil fuels. You know, it's
True that.
Right.
because you're plugging it in a wall versus filling it up at a gas station doesn't mean it's.
I
a
mean, if you
different
had
form of fuel.
solar or like up by me, like wind power, I could understand it. But at the same time, in the long haul, no, I don't see it.
I saw some people like some memes posting like, "Oh, you want to have an electric car? Okay, you're only allowed to recharge with 100% renewable energy." So, like, only make them charge with solar panels and stuff. But it's just like so unnecessary that you have to charge for like 3 hours in order to start driving again. You have to budget so much more into your trips when you go places. It's just. And then you
My
also
girlfriend
have to-
was looking at getting rid of her car and buying one of the newer EVs, and I showed her. I think it was like a Rich Rebuilds video.
I love watching.
He went and picked up like a brand new a Rivian truck. I think
Rivian.
it was.
I watched that video.
And-
Yeah,
It was like 18 hours to get home, but it took him like 4 days
yeah. I
because
watched
it was
that
like,
video.
oh, you gotta stop here for 20 minutes, so then you can drive another 100 miles. Oh, then you gotta stop here, and then he's like, I can't even charge here, and I don't even have enough charge to make it to the next one. I'm like, but not only that, but like a couple years ago, I could see electric EVs, okay, but now power rates have gone up. They probably doubled in the last, say, 4 years, and they're gonna quadruple in the next 4 years. And I'm like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, well, what's it cost to charge your vehicle to say drive 300 miles as it would cost me to fill up my tank to drive 300 miles?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
You know, back then, yes, EV was cheaper, but look at it nowadays. I think EV is a little bit more, but then you got to factor in, you know, like longevity of the vehicles and a lot of that other stuff. And to me, it just makes no sense. I could go on a rant for hours about it, but
yeah.
I'll try not to.
We could spend a whole stream on EVs if we really wanted to. It's just like when the gas was at its like all-time high across the country, there was it was cheaper to have an EV, but here we are now. Gas is starting to come down. It's still a little bit expensive, but it's pretty moderate compared to what it was. It was almost at like $5 a gallon where I'm at right now. Now we're at like $3.15, so it's come down quite
It's
a bit.
been under $3 a gallon for over a month now where I'm at.
That's awesome. Yeah, but like it's you know,
But my electric rate in the last year and a half went from 6 cents to 11 cents. You know, so at 6 cents, an EV makes sense. At 11 cents, maybe, maybe not.
All right. Been
All right,
fun,
guys.
ladies and
we're
gents.
gonna wrap it up tonight. Thank you guys for tuning into this kind of last minute stream. We'll try and give you guys more notice before so you guys can put some time in your schedules. Thank you everyone that became a member tonight. That is awesome. I'm gonna work on that this week and getting like custom emojis and Let me know what kind of content you guys want. I think I can set up some sort of. I can make a post, and then you guys can comment back on it. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys
Thank you, Max, for allowing us to take your time slot and endorsing our live stream. It's much appreciated. We hope we didn't let you down.
Exactly. And
All right.
we hope to see you guys. Are we streaming any more this week, or are we just gonna wait until the New Year's stream on your channel,
It's been fun.
which is live right now? So
We're
you
out.
guys can go ahead and like that if you guys want. On
Well, come on, you guys have been 8 days straight. You can do like 5 more.
All right, we'll
No.
do 5 more.
No.
All the way until the 1st. Let's do this.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
of, I do have a stream going on the 1st of the year, 7 p.m. Central, as always. If there's enough interest, we will do a live stream on New Year's Eve. We'll do a marathon. We'll do a 3 hour starting at 10 p.m. Central.
Oh man, it's 11 p.m. my time.
Maybe we'll do 4 hours. We'll see.
I'm going to be at the bar that night, but the bar closes at 8, so I'll definitely be home in time.
We'll see. I have.
If I try to join, maybe you shouldn't let me on New Year's.
We'll let you. We're gonna get lit. It's my birthday, so if I don't have plans, I don't.
Oh,
mind.
yeah?
Gonna be all right. We're out of here. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm in the broadcast.
Yeah.